Hi, welcome to the VR Gaming Podcast. My name is Josh. You might not know me as Radzilla, and I'm here with Alex and Justin, otherwise known as Main Fan and Virtual Insider. And yeah, my name's Josh. Hi.
Damn, Josh, you can do our intro for every episode.
I know, I've got a pretty
Great.
awesome. I used to answer the phone like that at work all the time. I worked at retail because people would just like act like it was normal too, which is really funny.
Radio voice. It's your radio voice.
Either that or
Well, today we're going to talk about VR.
either the radio voice or maybe like a really like low rent strip joint announcer guy.
Oh yeah.
Give it up for Candy.
You got the face for a radio. So.
I definitely have the face for radio. I won't argue with that.
So which headset are you using right now, Josh?
I'm not even using a headset.
Oh,
I
you're
bought
using
this-
a mic?
I'm using a mic. I bought this fancy streaming setup for my daughter, so I thought I would just like use it. Something like a
Okay.
Razer mic. Do I sound awesome?
Someone's
Yeah.
a professional.
Yeah, sounds professional. Yeah.
Oh, nice,
I'm
nice.
using the Quest 3 for the first time, so I'm curious what that sounds like because I normally use an Index.
I thought you were using the Index actually.
Yeah.
The mic sounds
Oh,
good.
So I guess it sounds pretty good. And I'm doing wireless through virtual desktop right now.
I think it sounds good.
Sounds like shit. Sounds like your breath.
So you're in the Index, right, Alex?
Yeah, Index for life, bro.
Yeah, so you should sound the best, I think. I don't know.
Now the question is, do I sound better than Josh's professional mic setup using an Index? Not using a...
Yeah,
I'm using Index.
yeah. I even have like one of those stands and shit. I bought her like the little foam thing that goes over the fucking
How much
thing.
was it? How much?
It was only like $100. It wasn't like crazy expensive. Is this a
Exactly,
rate?
$100. Is my Index better than $100?
That thing's like $1,500 fucking dollars. It better be.
I got a Yeti
For the
Pro.
microphone.
I got like a Yeti Pro mic, and I still think my Index mic sounds better than that thing.
The Index mic does sound really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
is
can't
good.
argue with
It's
that.
amazing.
All right.
Anyway, we probably should talk about some VR games because that's what people want to listen to.
Okay. Well, the big release this month, what was the 7th Guest, right? Wasn't that the biggest release?
I would think
There's been a bunch of stuff, but that's the one that we've played, really.
Yeah, so let me get that trailer going. Yeah, so you can watch this on YouTube if you want, or you can listen to this on just a non-video podcast platform. This is my video where I played, as far as, I don't know, a couple hours into the 7th Guest. And Alex and I both played it, and you don't know this, but I beat it last night.
Nice.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Managed to get past that section because you were stuck on a game was bugged out or something, was it?
Yeah, so there's a room called the nursery, and there was a bug where, like, if you tried to do the puzzle and then left the room and came back later, like these doll heads, it's like these doll bodies and their doll heads, and you chop their heads off and shit in this guillotine, which is pretty cool. The heads are supposed to be able to reattach to the bodies, and they just wouldn't attach anymore. And there were some other people complaining on Steam about it too, and they did a patch recently, and it fixed it.
Nice.
So I came back into the game. I was kind of pissed. I changed my review from originally positive to negative, and then they fixed it, and I changed it back to positive. And so from that point on, I played with the Quest 3. So originally the Index, like in the video, and then finished it with the Quest 3. So
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it. I enjoyed it, and then I didn't enjoy it for a little bit because I just found I was just getting a bit fed up. And then I had a bit of a break, came back to it, got through those little puzzles that were annoying me, and then I enjoyed the rest of it. So overall, I thought it was great. I think it's a really good puzzle game. It's got a really good atmosphere. Visually, it's good. I think the puzzles themselves are pretty decent. So in the 7th Guest, the game takes place in a haunted house. So you go to this haunted house. I don't know if you're like a spirit or something because you've got like ghost hands, and then you pick up a lantern, and you can use that lantern in the world to like rewind time, and you need to use it for puzzles to see things that give you clues to how to solve puzzles. And it's really cool because when you're walking around the mansion, you can like shine this torch on paintings and stuff, and the paintings will actually change. So there might be like a normal portrait of somebody, but then when you shine this lantern on there, the portrait will change to like something really kind of spooky, like the eyes will be like demon eyes, or they'll be still. It's just really cool the way that they've changed the world. Like it's almost like you're in two different versions of the same room, and you can uncover the old version with the torch by just shining on it. So it's a really cool mechanic. Overall, I thought it was really well done, and the puzzles as well. They're all kind of. There is some way you have to try and figure out what to do, but majority of the time, you know what you need to do. It's just a case of like trial and error trying to do it, which I'm not always a massive fan of. Which is why I did get a bit fed up with it, because you are ultimately, just constantly trying things just to see. It's like how can I explain? It's like a Rubik's cube. You know what you need to do with a Rubik's cube, but actually having to twist it and turn it, eventually getting it so that all the colors line up. That's kind of what you do in a lot of the puzzles. So it's more figuring out how the combination is to get the thing you need, rather than figuring out what you need to do. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I especially felt that toward the end. There was a puzzle at the very end where you just had to keep pushing these buttons until finally it worked. And that kind of annoyed me. In this outside
You know
section here, my first
about the board
impression,
game one?
it was something right before the board game. There was
Right.
like a puppet face that you had to just keep pushing in buttons, and
Yeah, that
that
was
just felt
annoying.
totally random.
It was random. It
Yeah,
didn't feel like there was any reason to it, rhyme or
yeah.
reason to it. Yeah, and
This
that's a lot of the stuff. It's like that, really.
this opening part here, when you're outside, at first I was disappointed in the graphics. I felt this looked pretty questified, but once I got into the mansion, I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty impressive, especially once the rooms got lit up, because they start out as being really like dreary and kind of hazy, and they don't look that great. But once they're lit up, like once you solve a room, it's like, holy shit, I wish the room looked this great the whole time I was in it. Did you
Yeah,
feel
because
that way?
you kind of. No, I liked it because you're kind of going into this old haunted mansion, which has been dilapidated and empty for a while, and then as you solve the puzzles, it kind of reveals how the room was before. So I thought it was quite a cool mechanic, and there's these ghosts as well. Like in Seventh Guest, you've got these ghosts that come and talk. Like it's like watching kind of actors talk to each other and stuff. And it's all done in volumetric photogrammetry, so you can actually see them in 3D. They're actual people. They're not like 3D models like in a normal video game. So they actually
Ye-
look like a person, and then you can walk around in 3D and see them from different angles. I don't think it's good enough for like an NPC, like a solid NPC right now. Maybe they need to improve it. But for the ghosts, with them being transparent, semi-transparent, I thought it worked really well actually, and I enjoyed the story as well, because as you go through later on in the game, like the story unravels and you start to see more of these little like scenes play out, and I really enjoyed the way it ended. I thought it was really really well done.
Yeah, about the NPCs or the actors. Yeah, I really like the acting and the story and everything, but like the volumetrics, I wasn't impressed as I thought I would be. And I think it probably was because they were see-through. So maybe that made them not look as three-dimensional or not like as
Yeah,
real. Um, I remember
I
seeing
think it's
volumetric video years ago where I was more impressed. Like, was it that like 2089 Memory Lab or something? Did you do that
yeah.
one?
I think I did that, and I did that David Attenborough one where you sat at a table across from David Attenborough, and he's like looks like a person.
Yeah, didn't you feel more
I
impressed
think
then?
Yeah, I do feel that maybe because don't forget this was on the Quest, maybe the 3D models were a little bit lower poly, so
Yeah,
it didn't
maybe.
look quite as impressive. I mean, I definitely think the technology is there to make them look as like ultra realistic, but obviously you've got to then be able to run an ultra realistic 3D
Yeah,
model of a
yeah.
human, and you've got to do that maybe 3 or 4 times on a quest, and I just don't think it's powerful enough to do
Did
that.
did you
Overall, I
struggle
think it was well.
Sorry. Did you struggle getting those cutscenes to trigger sometimes? Because I didn't learn until later on that you have to stand in a very specific spot.
Yeah, because what you have to do is you get your lantern and then you have to shine on like these particle effects that are in the world, and then eventually it plays out like the people and you can watch them talk. I think they've done a patch to make that easier now, because that
Yeah.
was probably something that other people
Well,
complained about.
I don't even think you need the lantern. I think you just have to stand, because once they patched it, I
You
went
have
and
to do is
I stood in the circle and I just looked toward the particles without using the lantern, and then it just automatically played then.
Oh, they must have changed it then, because you
Yeah,
definitely used a lantern before.
yeah, I was trying the lantern before. And there were
Mm.
some places where I just couldn't get it to trigger, but luckily they fixed that. That was one major frustration. And in this video I see I'm trying the doorknobs. Did you know that you don't even have to physically move the doorknob? It does it on its own.
Was it?
Yeah, if you grab it, it automatically,
Oh, it just triggers like a
yeah,
video.
yeah, it automatically triggers it. I
Oh,
heard them
I didn't
talking
know
about
that.
it on the Recentered podcast. So then when I played it with Quest 3, I tried it and confirmed, yeah, it just automatically opens the door or unlocks the latch at least.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've been turning it. I thought you had to turn it.
Did this okay, right
Yeah.
now I'm messing with a dumbwaiter. I never did anything with this, I don't think. Oh, there's a coin on it. All right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I will say about Seventh Guest is that the hand interactions are a bit clunky at times. Like
Yeah, definitely.
trying to grab things, put things where you need to put them can be. You would have to have several attempts sometimes, and it obviously, because this game is all about the hand interaction, because all the puzzles are all hand interaction. And you're grabbing hold of things, twisting them, pushing them, pressing buttons, turning knobs, moving, sliding things. There's a lot of slider puzzles in this game where you've got to slide things around, and uh, when things don't work, obviously, as you expect, then it can be frustrating. But it wasn't enough to ruin the game for me. It was just obviously it could be better, definitely.
Yeah, so I think my favorite puzzle, I won't say exactly what it was, but I think my favorite was the one in the bathroom toward the end. It involves spiders
Right.
and roaches. Did you like that one, or did that one trigger you?
No, no, it was fine. I like
No.
there was one in the library, because there's some really cool stuff as well. Like there's one in the library where you have to move these bookcases around,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
you
was
have this.
cool.
You stood in like this platform, and you can twist these. You can kind of move the bookcases in like a 3D model that's directly in front of you, and as you move the bookcase in the 3D model, the bookcases are moving in the real room with you as well. So it was kind of cool the way they did that. There's some really cool puzzles actually. There's some really clever puzzles in there. There's a lot of stuff as well, like where it just feels like random, where you just having to press things. Like I say, there's just a lot of trial and error. But there were enough there that I felt like I wanted to keep playing and trying to figure the game out.
Did this
Like I said,
one
the
on
story's
screen in
good
the
as well.
kitchen, did that one annoy you? That one annoyed me. With the cake thing on
Yeah,
the
the one
table.
that you're talking about is the
Mhm.
one I did first. It's where you're in this dining room and you have to kind of there's like a cake. It's supposed to be a cake, and there's like buttons that you can push in. But you've got to get you can only have certain there's three different symbols, and you've got to make sure that each symbol's next to each other. And if you get one wrong, then you have to redo the entire thing again. So you're basically like pushing buttons in, trying to work your way around this cake to get all the buttons pressed, and eventually it took me a few attempts until you finally get it right. So there's lots of stuff like that where you're just having to like press a button, try and do it in a different order. Like there's one where you've got like jewelry on a stand. That one kind of pissed me off, to be honest, because
Oh, that one, yeah, that pissed me
you
off too.
yeah, it feels it's not random, obviously, but it just felt like you have to just keep trying it over and over again to get it done. And there's a good hint system as well, so you can use hints to tell you like if you are stuck where you don't know what you need to do, it'll give you a hint, and then you pick up these coins, and with the coins you can use the coin to actually um, solve the puzzle. So if you're really stuck, you can just use a coin, and it automatically solves the puzzle for you, so that you can literally just get past something. If you can't get stuck to the point where you'll never finish it, because you can just use a coin if you need to.
I used some hints and I did one auto solve.
I used three coins.
3 coins.
Not because I couldn't figure out what to do. It just annoyed me.
Which
But yeah,
puzzle?
overall,
Which
I think
puzzle? Do you remember which puzzle?
there was one with the wine where you have to press these buttons to get this. They've got these like it's like a little puppets thing.
Oh, where
like
they
a little
drink.
stage.
Yeah, that one was really
Yeah,
annoying.
you have to press these buttons, and you have to get the last drink is poisonous. And you've got to get the guy on the stage to drink the last one. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get the guy to drink it. It always ended up landing on the woman. I did. There was something which was really clunky, which is within the nursery with the dolls, like you said. So I used the one to get past that. And I can't remember what the third one was, but yeah, I mean, there's lots of puzzles though. Each room's got, I think, a good 3 puzzles. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the one.
The drinking one. Yeah,
If you're watching
that
the video,
definitely
there's
just
3
felt like
puzzles.
trial and error totally with that one.
Yeah. But there's probably, I don't know how many puzzles there are, but there are a lot of puzzles in this game.
If you like puzzles, this is the game for you. Yeah.
And it's not like a game where you've got to try and you've got all the different things across the room. You've got to try and figure out, how to like combine things together. Generally, you just stood in front of something and you're just pressing buttons and turning things. It's all kind of contained within a little area. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fast forwarding through this. This quilt one, I didn't understand what they wanted you to do at all on this. Did you understood it on your own?
Yeah, I did. What he's talking about is there's a quilt, a fabric quilt, and then you have to press. It's got squares. It's like a quilt. Yeah, it's quilted basically. And each square you push it with your finger, and it changes it. So you have to it's like a road, and you have to link the road together so that it all connects.
I just didn't know what each thing represented. Did you have to use a hint, or did you just figure that out on your own?
No, I just figured that one out.
Oh, you're just a genius.
No, because you use less hints than me.
Smartest motherfucker on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am, but
Yeah. I was trying to choke this lady here, but I couldn't. If you get close, they disappear.
I thought you were going for her tits.
I was that first, but you didn't see that part in the video. I skipped past it.
Oh, he cut that out, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Choking her is much better.
Yeah. You do that after, so she can't, report you.
Oh my God.
This took a turn.
Yeah.
Very dark turn.
Yeah.
Is that guy stabbed in the balls with a fucking sword? Holy shit! I gotta play this game.
Yeah. This is the magic room. This is like a magician dude right here. This is probably a little too spoilery what I'm doing.
Yeah, we probably need to cut this out now because there's a lot of spoilers potentially in this game. But yeah, I recommend it. It's about 6 hours long, and it's a really good puzzle game.
Yeah. The one thing though, like you already said, the board game at the end. I hated the board game at the end. What did you think about that? I mean,
I hated it at first, and then I liked it.
Then you liked it?
Once I figured it all out, once I figured out what I needed to do, I actually quite enjoyed it.
Well, I lost the first game, and I won the second game.
Yeah, well, I lost the first one and won the second.
Maybe they make the second one easy. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be.
I think it's kind of luck because it's like rolling a dice. But
Yeah.
I really thought that there was I don't want to spoil and say what it is, but I really thought that could have been a multiplayer thing where you could play against each other. I thought that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think it's a good game. If you like puzzle games, then it's one of the best puzzle games for VR, I think. So I definitely recommend picking it up.
Shadow Point is still, I bet you agree, is still our favorite puzzle game.
Shadow Point's the best puzzle game.
Where do you put
VR,
this one against the Room of Dark Matter?
Ooh, that's tricky. I did really like A Room the Dark Matter, actually. I think I would still rate. I think out of the escape room games, I think A Room the Dark Matter is my favorite escape the room type game, and then Shadow Point is my favorite, just pure puzzle game. This is up there though. It's definitely one of the best. I think it's in my top 5 probably.
Okay. So next, you want to do Dungeons of Eternity?
Yeah.
And Josh can talk about that.
Josh can talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's start with Josh since he's not talked.
Yeah, this game was awesome. Killed skeletons and shit. Pretty badass. Actually, well, in all seriousness, though, like, I really like the throwing weapons thing. I mean, you guys were telling me about that. You're like, you can throw your weapons. I'm like, that sounds kind of dumb. Why would you want to throw your weapons? It's fucking pretty badass, actually. That's a lot
Yeah.
of fun playing Thor with that, with the hammer and your axes and shit. Like,
Did you play Asgard's Wrath before?
I played a little bit of it. I never actually beat that one.
Because in that game, you could throw a hammer and then have it fly back to you the same way. But maybe that was later in the game.
Yeah, there's only one character that got that in Asgard.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But this is so people don't know, if they don't know what it is. It's basically a dungeon crawler with like roguelike elements. I won't say it's a straight up roguelike. It's not like where you're having to start from the level at the beginning every time and then you have to redo it and get further and further. You have dungeons that you can pick from a map, and then you can jump into the dungeon, and then you have to get through. Usually, you have to find. There's like each one's different as well. Like one will be a straight up dungeon where you have like a end boss type fight, and then you have to teleport out, and then there's some where you have to kind of kill enemies and then take the souls with this staff, and then there's some where you're in this big pyramid, and then you have to find 3 crystals, and then when you get the 3 crystals, then you can fight a big wave of enemies and then get out. So there's a few different types. I don't know if there's any more that we haven't seen yet, but those seem to be the main 3. It's only on the Quest at the moment, which is something that we're hoping that it does come to PC and maybe PSVR 2 at some point. All 3 of us were on the Quest. I'm on a Quest 2, and then Josh and Justin are on the Quest 3. And for me, it's a little bit blurry, but I think you said it looks pretty sharp in the Quest 3. So
yeah,
it looks
like
a lot better
itself.
It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Yeah.
Yeah, on the main menu it looked pretty blurry, but then once you're in the game, yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, you've got melee, like it's a melee focused game, but you've got like you've got bow and arrow, crossbows, you've got staffs with magic, so you can like freeze people or force push them around and stuff. And there's loads of different enemy types as well. There's like spiders and skeletons and zombie type creatures, and yeah, there's quite a lot of different variety. And there's different realms as well. So like each realm's got different types. So you've got some like there's a sand one which has got like scorpions and stuff, and there's one which has got bats which are a pain in the ass to kill. And yeah, we've put probably 4 hours in. I've put about 4 hours into it now, and I'm really enjoying it actually. It's co-op, 3-player co-op, which is definitely makes it more enjoyable. And yeah, it's really polished. Like the gameplay mechanics feel really polished. The combat feels solid. I think it's one of the best. I think it's probably the best dungeon crawler. I can't think of another dungeon crawler I've enjoyed better than Dungeons of Eternity. What about you two?
Well, Valheim with the VR mod, is the first thing I think of, but those dungeons.
It's not a dungeon crawler though.
No,
yeah, those dungeons
that's a bit
aren't.
more.
Would you say those dungeons aren't nearly as good as these ones?
Oh, nowhere near.
Yeah.
The dungeons in Valheim are quite weak. They're
Yeah.
more for like mining and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like it's like more like a labyrinth with mazes, and you can find a map and you can like try and figure out which way you need to go. And there's chests, and you get like money and you unlock stuff in the level, and then when you're back at the base, you can go into like your own little hub area and you can upgrade stuff, fabricate stuff, upgrade your appearance. There's like points you can use to upgrade your abilities, like change your buffs and stuff. So it's quite a deep game. I don't know if it's. I've got a feeling it's like literally. Well, it's called Dungeons of Eternity, so I think it just goes for as long as you want to play. So I don't know if it's eventually you're going to get fed up of it, but I can definitely see us putting quite a lot of time into this game, especially if they keep adding more and more to it as well over time. Because I think it's been quite popular. So hopefully they sold quite well.
Yeah, like when you beat a level in that main hub area, does it just stays on the map even though you beat it? It seems like it doesn't.
It's just randomized. So every they've got a counter, and every now and then they randomize the dungeons. So you can't like you're not like finishing a dungeon. You can't see any sort of progression with it. I think it is just Yeah, you can just grind. It's like a looter shooter type of thing where you can just go for as long as you want, kind of really. But it's good though. I mean, I don't normally like these games, but because of the co-op, I've really enjoyed what I've played. I think it's well made.
And the video I'm showing is Gamertag VR's video. He's playing with, I think, VR Oasis Mike and Beardo Benjo. I haven't done a video of this game yet, so I needed
That's
to.
the popular British VR YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like us. Well, you're not British, but
Yeah. And at the end of some of these levels, you have like sometimes you'll have a boss battle, and like there'll be things like there's like a drone, and you have to put batteries into it, and some of the enemies will drop a battery.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. The whole blending of sci-fi with fantasy was unexpected. Different. I'm not sure if I've seen that in a game before. Not that there's a ton of it, but yeah, it's just the odd thing here and there. It's different.
Yeah. No,
I think Remnant.
I just made this go crazy.
I think Remnant from the Ashes has got similar aspects like that. They've got like sci-fi elements as well as like old. They've like mixed it together.
That's true. But you have guns in that though, so
yeah, that's all guns though. That's not melee. But yeah, it's really I like. They've done a good job with the graphics for the Quest. I think it looks surprisingly good. Even on the Quest 2, it still looks. I mean, it's not like some of the Quest 2 games look so bad, and this is definitely one of the better ones. I just wish it was a little bit sharper, but I think if you've got a Quest 3, then it probably looks even nicer. But I hope that they bring it to PC because I think PC players would enjoy it as well.
I was trying to look up information on that, and I couldn't find anything. So I don't know. It's coming.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. I mean, crossplay would be great too, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that would be good actually.
Because I had a couple randoms join when I was just testing it yesterday. I didn't play with them because I'm an antisocial fuckwad, but you could, right? You don't have friends to play with. That's always nice, right? And that gives a bigger player base for PC too. The crossplays with Quest.
We'll see what happens. But nice. If you've got a Quest, I think it's worth picking up. I'm enjoying.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I was
going to say I like dungeon crawlers, but there's not that many good ones in VR. A lot of them were either like pixely ones that were cool, but they're still pixely games.
Oh, like Ancient Dungeon?
That's the one. I was trying to remember the name of it. Yeah, like that game is great.
That is a great game, and it'll get co-op soon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's getting an update very soon. I bought that on PC and I bought it on Quest. I'm not sure why I did it. I think it was on sale. Yeah, I'll play that with you for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. But this is, to me, is even better because I mean, it's more atmospheric. Yeah, the graphics are great. Like, it's a great game actually. I thought it was going to be awful. Like, it's Quest exclusive. I was kind of like, sure, I'll play it as co-op, but yeah, I was like pleasantly surprised with it actually.
What was that early VR dungeon crawler that I can't think of where you could play 3-player?
Carnage Chronicles.
Yeah, Carnage Chronicles.
Yeah, that game just got too hard. It was good.
It was just like they just threw loads and loads of enemies at you. Like you would walk forward like a few meters, and then like a big horde would come, and then it got really grindy.
But there was harpies with giant tits in that game.
I like that part, yes.
We knew you would. We talked about you when we played it. I'm like, man, Justin must have fucking loved this, man. It's just like tits flying everywhere.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, yeah, definitely was the best part of that game.
Tits.
Yeah.
All right,
flying tits.
Ready to talk about the Burst demo?
Yeah, just before we move on, I'll just say, I definitely recommend for Dungeons of Eternity. Definitely think if you like dungeon crawlers, and especially if you've got friends to play co-op, this is one of the best games of this year. I think it's really good.
Yeah, and remember the trailers like during the Oculus, like whatever their meta gaming showcase? It didn't seem impressive at all. Do you remember that? So it's kind of a surprise.
I never really watched it. Yeah, I never saw the trailer. I never even knew this game existed until you mentioned it. So
well, the meta gaming showcase, I'm sure you watched that. Like
maybe
a while back.
Yeah, it just went through my mind. Then it probably didn't look that great.
Yeah, and you were like, it's Quest. I don't care about. Yeah, it's definitely.
I think with the Quest 3 now, I think we should see more and more decent quality Quest exclusives, which I'm probably going to have to get a Quest 3 at some point because I would like that sharper visuals. So.
Yeah. And I'll go to the burst demo. Oh no, I see. I'm doing this all with my Quest 3 controller, controlling OBS instead of maybe I should be using a keyboard and mouse. So you and I both played this. I played all the way through this burst demo, the burst demo. You did too, right?
Yeah.
Did you get like early access or something?
I actually did a playtest for the developers.
Okay, yeah.
Before they launched the demo and found a few. When I played it, there were some problems, yeah. But you obviously played the demo, so hopefully they fixed those.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was like, most demo things, I usually have pretty low expectations, but this exceeded my low expectations at least. Like, I thought it was pretty good. Especially like what they're not showing in the trailers, the driving stuff, like on the motorcycle type thing. I really like that part.
Yeah, the trailer's a bit too manic. I think they should have kind of needed to show some of the downtime because you're not constantly in combat. In fact, you're spending a lot of time not in combat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traversal. Like, it's the Burst is a kind of a parkour combat game. So there's sections where you're having to like traverse areas, jumping and swinging across things. You get like a grapple hook, so you can grapple onto certain things, swing across gaps. You can also use it to like pull things towards you, grapple parts of the environment, and like smash them into enemies and stuff. It's the gameplay is really solid. Like the gameplay loop's really well done. It's definitely a Quest game visually, but it's still pretty decent. Like on PC, I thought it looked pretty good. It's got like a Borderlands vibe to the visuals.
Yeah, Mad Max and
You're
Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands, Mad Max. You're in like a post-apocalyptic type of world, and you've got these guys wearing masks and stuff who come and try and kill you. And yeah, I thought it was really well done. There's a story to it. There's a voiceover in your ear, like someone talking to you. You got like you said, there's a bike, like a trike thing that you ride, which was pretty fun. Yeah, it was a real surprise. I didn't know much about this, and then I played. The demo was pretty decent as well, like 45 minutes long or something. It was pretty long.
Yeah, it was a long demo.
30, 40 minutes. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the full game for sure.
Yeah, so Josh, we recommend you play this demo.
I'm actually downloading it right now. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give it a go. It's definitely fun.
It looks really cool. Yeah,
the only thing negative I think I could say is I think the enemy AI wasn't very good.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I mean that was broken. Yeah. That was broken for me on the test. It literally wouldn't even shoot me. So that was one of the things I was hoping they'd fixed. So maybe they need to improve it more. But yeah, that's the main thing. Like the combat was really easy, but the AI was definitely broken for me. So I can't really comment on that. But I think it's got potential to be really, really good for the full release. I think it's a really well polished as well, like really well made. Visually great. The movement was great. So yeah, check out the Burst demo. It's available on Steam.
One other thing,
so if you want to try it,
you play as a woman, and she has like an Eastern European or Russian accent. And
a woman.
I felt a little weird having that accent. Did you? I don't know. I mean, obviously the developers must be from that area of the world.
From Dubai.
Oh, they're from Dubai? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I never really it don't really bother me like what my sound like because it's not like I'm majorly immersed in a game where I think I'm actually in the game. So if they've got a voiceover and stuff, you're just playing a different character, aren't you? So it didn't really bother me, but yeah.
All right.
I think the voice acting was decent. Could be better, but it wasn't bad.
Okay, so the next game is Walkabout, the Widow's Walkabout DLC course. We played this together. This looks like a low frame rate video. I don't know. This is the developers are doing like a little tour through the.
Oh yeah, it's BoboVR. BoboVR's videos are generally shite. I don't know why.
Yeah, so this is the developer walking through. See, like the trailer was too short and it barely showed any of it, so I figured I'd do this video instead.
Yeah, it was a Halloween haunted mansion type course.
What's the coolest thing about it? Like the floating stuff and the ghosts?
Yeah. I thought it was good. Visually, I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was good. It was a walkabout course. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like super noteworthy, I guess. I don't know. It didn't rock my socks, but I liked it. It was fun. I would definitely buy it again. I would
Yeah, we
recommend it.
there's never loads to say on these courses. We've like they bring a new one out. You know, generally we say, yeah, it's pretty good, and then there's
Mhm.
not much more we can
I'm
say.
trying to
It's like
remember
this
what
one's
the twist was on these.
Well, we
I'm
just
trying
saw
to
a
recall.
guillotine. What was this one? I don't know what this. Oh, this one has the
oh, yeah,
plates that
moving
move on.
plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like moving objects like poltergeists and stuff, and things were
Yeah.
moving around, and it was quite good. Oh, some of the environments like warping and distorting as you were like trying to go over. Like there were mounds that would come up and down or swell and move around and stuff. There was wind in this one as well, which was quite brutal at times. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good mix of gameplay. I'll buy these whenever they bring them out because
Yeah.
they're a good social thing. But I haven't played one for a while that's really blown me away. I think the Upside Down Town one was my favorite for a while, just because it was so different.
Mhm.
But they do feel much of the same, just slightly different environments and stuff.
Yeah, and looking from the outside when you do the giant view, that looked cool because you like see the mansion is like a diorama and you can see the ghosts moving around.
It's like a
Yeah.
dollhouse, and you can see
Yeah, like
inside the dollhouse.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Yeah, now that I'm watching the trailer, I'm remembering more. Yeah, like they were quite busy. There was a lot going on in some of them, which is cool.
yeah.
It was neat to see. They do a great job with these, like, you know, adding different, unique, like tricks to each course. You know, like little twists that are different, and yeah, they're just always a lot of
if
fun to be
if
in VR too.
yeah, if you have Walkabout Mini Golf, then I highly recommend picking the DLC up because, especially if you play with friends, because it's just each course. Every time we buy one, we'll play through it, and it'll take I don't know 2 hours plus to play through it, and it's just a good excuse to like get together and just play a bit of mini golf and chat, talk about vacuum cleaners and all sorts of weird stuff, you know. So
And we never did hard mode that's black and white.
No, we got to do that.
no,
Yeah,
we've not done that yet. No.
yeah. All right. Rooms of Realities. I'll go to that one. So we
Yeah,
played
this
this,
is
all three of us, just like Walkabout.
a co-op escape the room game, which is not many of them about. Josh, I'll let you talk about this one.
Well, I guess I got to describe it, not just the
Yeah.
video at home thing. So, or video at home. People listen to it with audio. Anyway, I mean, it's a cool game. It's escape the room kind of Egyptian themes. Well, I guess they weren't all Egyptian, were they?
There's
But
There's
oh yeah, no,
three
they
like
were. Yeah,
campaigns.
yeah. Oh, that's
There was
right.
one that
underwater
was
That's right.
different.
I forgot about that actually. Yeah. So it was just
Nazis.
cool. Nazis. Yeah, it kind of ties into the whole Egypt thing. But it was cool. It was fun to play a puzzle game with people. Like it was neat. Like I've never done that before. Like especially with 3 people that like puzzle games. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I mean, there wasn't anything really outrageously unique in it, I would say. Like it was just good, solid puzzler stuff. But to do it with people, I thought was really cool to see. Like some of us, you know, like one guy would solve it really easily, and the other guy would be stumped, and that kind of thing. It was neat. It was fun to collaborate with somebody solving puzzles. So I really enjoyed that actually. Looking forward to finishing it if they ever patch it up.
It's
Yeah,
I think
there's a
I think
problem.
November 17th is when they're supposed to release it, like out of early access.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say, Alex?
I was gonna say because at the moment there's an issue with the smooth locomotion. So when you walk around, you're kind of jittery. Like it feels like you're almost reprojection or something, but it's not. Your frame rate's perfect. So I think Justin, you've already spoken to the developers about it,
Yeah.
and
And they
hopefully
say
they'll
they don't
fix it for the next
experience
patch.
that issue.
That's weird.
Bullshit.
I don't. But they saw my video I took of it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that definitely should not be happening."
Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with that. But other than that, the actual controls, like picking things up, moving levers and
Mhm.
stuff, it all feels really solid. It uses the meta avatar, so you've got like a floating body with arms and stuff, and yeah, it's a really good solid escape the room game, which is better because you've got the co-op aspect. Like I don't know if I played this solo, I'm not sure. I'd still enjoy it, but I don't think I would enjoy it anywhere near as much as I did, obviously, playing it with you guys in co-op.
Especially when you get the kind of conversation you do when you're playing with me.
Oh, we get some great conversations.
Yeah, and like if we're all stumped on something, out of nowhere, I might just throw in some hypothetical like, "Hey, would you guys fuck me if I was like a 10, like a hot 10 girl, but with my brain? Would you guys be
Yeah,
into that?"
what we established was that Justin wants to fuck us, but he
Yeah,
wants to
basically.
come up with some weird scenario where he's now in a woman's body, but he's got his brain, so he basically knows that we're having sex with him, but it's Justin. Yeah, it was, and this went on for quite a while with Justin asking these hypotheticals about
No, I
us
want to
fucking
fuck
him,
you
basically. So,
guys. You're the girl. You're the 10.
oh, you're the girl.
Why do I have to
That
be
was
the
the
girl?
hypothetical.
You see,
You were the 10,
originally, yes,
you were
because like, yeah, I've been like trying to date recently, but what I really want is a woman that basically has a VR gamer guy's brain. And I was just thinking to myself after failed attempts at dating, God, if one of these, like I'm in this game playing with them and, I'm having fun with them and, obviously they think similarly to me. I'm like, shit, if their brain was only in one of these women's bodies, it would be perfect. I would marry you guys. If only you didn't look like you do.
Yeah, it's a problem,
I know, it's a big problem.
Yep.
But
Sorry.
somebody leave a comment. Am I gay for feeling this way? What do you guys think? I'm the guy.
It's Justin gay for wanting to fuck a man in a
Yeah.
woman's body.
Is it gay to want to fuck a man?
No, of course not.
Yeah, I think it
2023.
is. I think if you're a man and you want to have sex with another man, then that's technically gay. So
The original scenario I gave was, but I still have my voice. It's my brain, but I have my voice, but it's in a 10 body. And also, in this scenario, I've become gay. I'm a woman who gay for you. This is a complicated scenario, isn't it?
It's
yeah.
I'm very into you. I'm now sexually attracted to you, and I'm a 10 woman, but I love VR and gaming and all shit guys normally like.
And this is the voice you would listen to.
And this is the voice you would listen to, like, ugh, yeah.
And he wants to.
But then I sweetened the pot and said, no, all right, we'll give her a hot girl voice. And I think you guys were like, weren't you guys like, yeah, I would do that? I don't know. I'm not sure what your answers were.
I don't think I said yeah. I don't think
anybody said yeah.
Really? I said yeah.
I think you're hoping. I think you're hoping we'd say yes.
No, I want to stay a guy, and I want that girl. I want Alex or Josh to be my girl.
Yeah, well, I think you're feeling this out to see if.
Scenario.
I wanted to see if you guys felt the same way I do about that scenario. Because in that scenario, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. I want to marry that woman. So that's what I was trying to get to.
Well, see, there was a point in that conversation where you invited Alex to come live with you. So I thought,
there is that wrinkle.
Yeah. Yeah. So I kind of thought you were trying to feel out if he'd be willing to have a sex change for you. That was what I thought you were doing.
I don't think there's any surgery that would make that good enough.
Well, I'm quite feminine, you've seen my ass cheeks. I've got some great ass cheeks.
You've seen his ass cheeks?
Have I?
How would that happen?
Should. Oh, I should.
Yeah. What the hell have you guys been doing?
I would make a great wife to you, Justin.
I think so too. Yeah, and then we got into discussion of, well, which one of you would I prefer between Alex and Josh? And I think I preferred Alex because he works from home and he is going to have more free time for me, whereas Josh has to go to an actual job. I think that was the main selling point. I'm sorry, Josh.
I'll get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what we talk about when we're solving puzzles in VR.
Yeah. Mm. And what else are you going to talk about?
Yeah, I mean,
right.
You're not going to talk about pets or your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No. You're gonna talk about me being in
Oh
a
yeah,
woman's body and you fucking me.
the only one here with a girlfriend is Josh. So
Mm. Says a lot
might
about
be.
us, really.
Yeah, well, I might be a little desperate. I'm sitting here talking about fucking you guys. So,
No,
all right, you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
go to I Expect You to Die 3?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
that.
good segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good segue. Yeah.
Yeah, so Alex and I, we both played I Expect You to Die 3 solo, and we both struggled, but Alex did better on level 1 than me. Because the controls are really shitty, and like, I think we talked about it in the last podcast.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but we didn't. We neither of us had even got through the first level because we kept like it was quite difficult the first level. But then we decided to do it co-op where we went into Discord and we shared screen. Like I think you shared your screen and what have you, and then yeah, we kind of just like both played the game at the same time and we were talking to each other, trying to solve the puzzles together, and it made it way more fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, we finished the first level, finished the second and the third, and there's 3 more to go. I think I'm kind of over these games a little bit. I think the main
Yeah.
problem I've got is the controls and the fact that you have to redo the level if you die over from scratch, and it really gets annoying after like when you've got through really far to the end and then you die and you have to do the entire level all over again. That gets pretty annoying.
Yeah, I think I died. I died a lot on this level that's shown right here, just because like I put the drill bit down into a point that killed me. I don't think that's very fair. That you have no way of knowing. Did you
No, there
have
is a
any
way
way
of
of knowing?
knowing.
Oh,
Yeah, there is a way of knowing. We
well,
found out. I don't want to say what it is, but we
there
figured out how you know.
there's a way of knowing where's a good place to hit, but was there a way to know where is a bad place to hit?
Well,
Like
no, I mean,
some,
yeah, you have to use the way that you find the good place also tells you where not. Well, I mean, ultimately, this is what this game is. It's trial and error. You're going to
yeah,
die eventually. You're going to find some way of dying, and you just have to keep trial and error in and going through the levels. If you've never played it, I Expect You to Die 1, then you probably don't know what we're talking about. But it's an escape the room puzzle game. You sat in a chair. It's a seated experience. Everything's around you. You can use like telekinesis to grab things from a distance, and you have to you have to figure out how to get through and escape the room whilst finding deadly traps and basically dying a lot. So and that's the whole game. And like, I enjoyed the first 2 games, but I don't know, for some reason the third one started to really annoy me. And the
uh,
controls are so
yeah.
clunky. Like they really need to update the controls now because they just feel so dated.
Yeah, maybe the controls are just as bad as they were originally, but I'm way less patient dealing with these controls. Like
Yeah,
especially
they are the
like
same. It's just
yeah,
because we've not things have moved on, so it's
yeah.
like they need to update the controls.
And this car level at the very end of it, God, turning those dials. You had to
Yeah, it
instruct
was
me on the
painful.
way, the weird ass way to make the dials turn.
Yeah, because if you try and grab something with your hand and twist it, it just does not work well. So you kind of have to use telekinesis to grab it from a distance and then like twist your wrist. It's really clunky even doing that. Like, and the section towards the end of this level, you've got like several dials that you have to turn and twist it in the right place, and it was such a pain in the arse to actually do it. Yeah, it was just pure pain, to be honest with you. That's why we've still not finished it because I just I don't think either of us is particularly enjoying it that much, but we've paid
Yeah,
for it now, so we'll finish it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this, to be honest, I said this last time when I Expect You to Die 2 came out. I said that I think I'm over it and I'm not gonna buy another one, and then here I am and the fucking next one. So um it's my own fault. But yeah, I
Mm.
think I'm definitely over this gameplay loop of the trial and error puzzle thing.
Oh yeah, Shell Games is gonna come out with that vampire game where you have to like maybe you have to go into a vampire's coffin and kill him without him waking up. So it's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Yeah.
probably yeah.
It's gonna be
Hmm.
that, but it's gonna be like this, but you're a vampire hunter or something, and you've got to try and kill the vampire without waking him. So if you make one mistake, he wakes and you die, and you have to
Yeah.
redo it over and over again. It's gonna be the same shit.
It's
Guarantee it.
cool that they give you this car and you can actually move around. That's the first time I can think of that they let you do something like that in one of these games.
Yeah, I think the levels are good, and I think if you like the Expect You to Die games and you still enjoy them, I think you'll really enjoy this game. I think it's just for both of us. We probably are just a bit fatigued um with the gameplay loop. So,
Yeah.
have you
All
played
right.
the I Expect You to Die games, Josh?
I played the first one. The second
Did you enjoy it?
one, yes and no. Yeah, I liked it, but yeah, it does kind of get old.
Yeah.
So I never really played the second one. I played the demo for the second one, and I liked it. I think I heard it wasn't that good, so I just sort of, I don't know, fell off my
I liked the
radar, I
second
guess.
one. I think they're all good. They're really well done. It's just if it just gets to a point where you
You,
just get fed up of doing the
you,
same thing.
you
So,
gotta be patient. Yeah.
yeah, very patient.
All right.
Yeah.
You had on your list Outer Wilds.
Oh yeah, I played some of this. We've all played this before.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
my Outer Wilds video from a while ago. This might be a
this is a
little
VR mod.
spoilery, so like I don't know, you might not want to watch this if you don't want anything.
Yeah, you might want to skip past it if you're watching the video, or like I don't know how you're gonna do it with the audio.
Close,
Well, if you're
close
not,
your eyes. That's what I would
yeah,
do.
if it's the audio, then you don't need to worry about it because it's just the video that's going to spoil it. Because this is the game that's really best experienced without knowing a lot about it. Like just going in and just playing the game and experimenting because it's a VR mod, so it's not an official VR game. But the mod's really good to the point where it feels like an official port. It's like really well done.
Yeah.
So don't let that put you off. I definitely recommend it. You definitely need to have your legs though, because this game, the gameplay loop effectively is you getting in a spaceship, flying off a planet, and then you've got like a solar system with several different planets, and then you've got to land on each planet, and you've got to try and find like clues to find out what you need to do. And then as you find the clues, it enters it into your log, and then you can go back to your ship and you can kind of figure out what the game wants you to do. I don't want to say more than that because it's going to spoil it, but ultimately, it's really incredible. In VR, it's just so incredible because you literally get into the ship, you fly up out of the atmosphere seamlessly. You can then land on a moon or other planets, and you can get off your ship. You can walk around. Like this is like you can be on a moon and like you can just feel the moon rotating. It's the most. It's just it's everything what VR is made for. It's like this game that makes you feel. It's like when you first play VR and everything feels incredible. This game does that to me, but after several years, like 7 years of playing VR, and it still gives me those first VR feelings. So I can't recommend this enough. It's incredible. I still haven't finished it. I know you've finished it, Justin, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still haven't even come close to
Yeah,
finishing
this
it.
is a game I'll never uninstall because yeah, I should go back in it. Like I just I there's tons of Reddit. There's a Reddit, subreddit just for this game, and like people are always like, God, I wish I could play this again for the first time. This is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. It could be number one. I didn't get all the way through it totally on my own. I had to look some stuff up. Some of it is just a little bit too cryptic.
Oh
There's
yeah, it's a
some,
hard game.
yeah, like if you figure all of this out on your own, like
Yeah,
I'd
you're
be
awesome.
very impressed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but it's so unique as well. Each planet just feels totally different. Like they've not. It's not like you just land on a planet and they all look similar. Like with you, if you think about No Man's Sky, with No Man's Sky, all you do is you land on a green planet or a blue planet, and there's some weird procedural fucking alien thing, and it's not really that impressive. Whereas every single one's so unique and different.
yeah.
And there's so many like you'll land on a planet, and you think, oh, there's not much to this, and then you'll just find so many layers of things on the planet, and you'll go through like teleporters and stuff, and it's so incredible.
And there's a really deep story to it that like after I beat it, like I was still researching the story and like trying to understand it all and listening to the soundtrack. The music is great too.
Yeah, there's DLC as well, which is totally different to this,
Yeah, I beat the
the main
DLC.
game, but the
I
DLC is
needed
good
help
as
with
well.
that too, though. I couldn't figure out the DLC without some help.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
But yeah, I'm not
DLC,
gonna say much more.
yeah,
Yeah, go on.
the first time you get into the main DLC area, my mind was blown. I mean, wasn't yours?
Oh yeah, I mean, again, I can't say anything because it'll literally spoil it. But even just getting to the DLC area, because it's like you load into the same game as the main game, and then you have the ship and everything,
Yeah.
and then you've got to figure out how to find where the DLC is, and even just doing that, like you have to
It's
find coordinates for a satellite, and then be in a certain spot to be able to see a certain thing from a certain angle. It's just this. It's one of those games that's so deep, like it can be difficult. Like Josh said, Justin said, that finishing this game without looking things up, I don't know how anyone could do it. It's so difficult.
I have a friend who said he did it. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. He did it on
I think
flat.
Jack might have done it.
I was gonna say it
Jack
might be
did it.
easier flat.
Yeah, maybe.
Because VR, it's pretty, like it's awesome, but it's a little overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe flat. You have time to just sit there and like think and.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I know listening to Alex play it was fucking hilarious.
That was recently, right?
Yeah,
That was recently. Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
yeah, because there's one. I'll spoil a little bit. Like fast forward if you don't want to listen to any spoilers. But there's a planet that's got it's called Hollow. Yeah, something.
Brittle
I can't remember what
Hollow.
it's called.
Brittle Hollow.
Brittle Hollow. Yeah, and inside the planet
Maybe
is
I
a
can
black
go to
hole.
that in the video. Oh no, I'm not going to Brittle Hollow. Let me see. I know I go to it.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
this is a different planet.
that's the water planet. That's
This is awesome.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one called Brittle Hollow.
Oh, here's
There
Brittle
it is.
Hollow.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the planet is like disintegrating, and there's a black hole that's sucking everything into it. And if you fall into the black hole in VR, it's the most terrifying thing. It's like scary as shit, especially for me because I've got like thalatophobia or whatever it is. Like,
Thalassophobia is when you're scared of, I think, large bodies of water.
yeah, but I think this kind of similar to me. But it's just the scale of everything. Like it's overwhelming, especially like when you're in space, because you get
Yeah.
sucked into this black hole, and then you're literally like floating in space, just with virtually nothing around you. But then there'll be
Fucking
like
awesome.
huge chunks of planets will come flying through the black hole, and then like, it's so terrifying. So then Josh
Yeah.
was just listening to me while he was doing something, and I was like freaking out all the time and getting
In this
frustrated.
video, I'm
and, like,
freaking out because this whole time I was recording this, I'm fighting the pull of the black hole, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna get me, and
It's like inside this planet, there's like a city and stuff. Like it's just that's what I mean. Like each planet's just got so much detail.
I never
so
even
many
fully
things to
explored
discover.
this whole planet. There's all this stuff that's
Yeah.
still left on my computer saying there's more to be explored here.
Yeah.
And
I spent a lot of time there trying to figure it all out. It's hard, and you do die a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you die. I don't want to spoil it, but dying is part of the game anyway. But yeah, it's right. Let's move off this because I think this video is going to spoil quite a big event.
Well, a big event? Oh, well, we're nowhere near the end of the video.
Oh,
so.
No,
I
just saw the sun looks a bit dodgy when you looked at the sun. So.
Nah, it's okay. I'll go back.
Yeah, there's not
here.
Yeah, there's not much more to say on it anyway. Definitely play it. Like if you've never played it before, or never heard of it, jump into it. Don't research it. Don't do any research. Just jump into it. Play it blind with the VR mod. The VR mod is called My VR.
Yeah, by Riku Parta. Riku Parta is the mod dev, and it's free. And I used the mod manager for that mod. Did you?
Yeah, that's what I use. It's the easiest way to install it.
Yeah.
It's really easy to install though, and it updates automatically. And full motion controls. You can pick up your instruments and stuff, and control the ship with. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's what fucked me up. Is I had never played this game. I'm not sure if I ever even told you guys the story. So I never played it, so I had no idea what it was about. So I was going around all these planets. I'm looking at all this shit, and I'm just like, okay, this is really fucking cool. But like, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't realize that fucking thing on your belt was a goddamn scanner, and then you had to scan those things. So
the spirals. You just saw spirals, and we're like, what?
I saw spirals. I'm like, oh sweet, and I'm looking around and find. I'm like, this is fucking stupid, man. I was like 4 hours in this game, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So I watched the video quickly.
Yeah, I spent 4 hours in the game and not because there's a thing what you can use to translate things, and I didn't even realize that was a thing. I was like you, I had no idea what I was doing, but it was still cool just being.
It was still cool, yeah, it was great, but then I wasn't progressing at all. Like,
Yeah, but you need to
So
translate these things with the scanner to be able to figure out what the story is and what you need to do and where you need to go. So that's part of the game.
and it's like full VR. Like you actually have to reach out on your belt and hold it up, which is really cool. I've talked to people that have only played it flat, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" But like, I didn't know,
yeah.
so it was pretty fucking funny once I figured that out. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah."
I think
It's
that's
just
the game though. It's like figuring things out is just part of the
Mhm.
game. Like it's that's why the less you know, the better because just figuring things out is just amazing. Like I'm like Justin. I've not finished it yet, but I've been like researching stuff and because there's this thing called the quantum moon, and I'm like, what the fuck's the quantum moon? So I'm like researching what the quantum moon is, and now I've figured out, okay, well, I need to do something else in the game to get to the quantum moon, and it's like, yeah, it's just really I don't know how the developers have done it to the point where there's so much depth and there's so many different things in the game, but yet somehow you can literally travel anywhere and it all works seamlessly. It's like it's an absolute.
it's a
The
masterpiece
developers are
game.
geniuses.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an
it's
absolute masterpiece.
yeah, it really is, and it was really really amazing to play in VR. And I haven't finished it either, actually, because I refuse to look anything up. So like, I'm
Oh
totally
God.
yeah, I'm fucking
Yeah, good
Scooby.
luck with that.
Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't mind looking stuff up. I'm
Oh
looking
wait,
stuff
no,
up
no,
like
no. I lied. There was one thing I looked up, but anyway, I don't want to
Hmm.
do spoilers. But yeah, I did look one thing up because
yeah.
I was
Does it
totally
have to
fucking
do with what is on screen right now? Oh, maybe I
no.
should rewind.
It was in the place that Alex loves. I had to look that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is confusing.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't think there's any way I would have got that on my own. There's no way.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So going from a masterpiece to the opposite. Next
What were we talking about
is
next?
the Riese project Prologue.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this is a puzzle game, or like kind of like an escape the room puzzle game type thing on Steam. And I wanted to try it because it said it used Unreal Engine 5, like Nanite and what else? What was the other thing? Lumen,
Lumen,
Nanite and
using
Lumen.
Lumen.
So they're acting like the graphics were going to be really good. I went into it and I really wasn't impressed by the graphics, but then they have a graphic settings for potato quality, normal, and then high. And potato looked like shit. Then normal had all of these visual artifacts all over the place. It was like totally unplayable how bad it looked. But then you could put it on high, but then the performance was really bad. Even with my 4090, performance was reprojection everywhere, and it still didn't look. It didn't look like anything impressive to me, like anything more impressive than like Unreal Engine 4 game. So
I agree.
yeah,
Apparently, the visual glitches are to do with the you can't use more than 100% super sampling or something. I don't know, but yeah, I had the same thing where there was loads of visual glitches. I didn't think the game looked particularly that amazing to say it's like supposed to use in this ray traced lighting, and there was loads of weird things with the lighting as well. Like it was just like the way the lighting worked just felt broken. Like you'd walk into a room and then the light would like shift and you'd like see it adjust and shift in real time and stuff. It just felt really weird. And like you open a cupboard and there's like a lamp next to the cupboard, but you can see the lamp light through the cupboard. Like it's literally coming through the wood. It was just yeah. I think it needs more work. This Lumen stuff for VR. It's not that great right now, and performance is unplayable.
Yeah, I didn't think the voiceovers were good, and like a lot of the interactions were clunky. So I got into like the first room. I didn't get to the room in this video. I got to like the first room, and I was already like, all right, I'm out on this. So
Yeah, I did. I got to the bedroom. And then I
yeah.
was like, yeah, what the fuck? This is shit. And I just
And on
turned it on.
Steam, all these people are like going like, all right, when is this gonna get updated? Are you ever gonna fix the issues with this? And it doesn't seem like it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So
give it a miss. The Riese project.
yeah,
Don't bother with it.
it was on sale, I think for like $10, so that's why I tried it. But it's
Yeah.
not even worth it free to me.
No.
So all right, we'll go to Gunheart. All three of us played this together, but then you guys played it more.
Yeah, you don't like
Yeah,
it for some reason,
'cause you're a
Justin.
bitch,
I want to
that's
know
why.
why. I want to know why you don't like it.
Because you're just shooting the same enemies over and over, and it bores me. These same bug enemies.
You like Doom and stuff like that, which is just running around shooting shit.
there's more variety in the enemies in Doom. I feel like.
You only played
There's
one
more
level,
variety in this.
bro. There's
You
more that
played the
come
first
later.
level.
So, do the enemies? What do they turn into? Like, what do they become later?
There's some big ones. There's some that teleport around. There's some that fly at you. There's quite a different. There's a variety, definitely.
So, it's
Like,
because they send so many fucking enemies at you. I don't
yeah,
know
they
why
do.
I don't like that. I like to have fewer enemies and not just like
Oh, you would
cannon
hate some of the
fodder.
later
So many
levels
like
then.
tons of cannon fodder enemies. I'm not into that.
Yeah, there's some enemies that even me and Josh were like, "Oh my god, this is too much." There was like, there's these ones later on which teleport, and they teleport right next to you and melee like hit you.
Hmm.
And there was honestly there were times when I had like 10 enemies all around me trying to hit me at once, and you were constantly like jumping around, and it went on for ages. So yeah, there are definitely moments like that where they just spawn constant respawn way too many enemies. But the thing I like about this is the movement as well. Like you move fast, you can jump, you can double jump. It's really fast paced. It's like it's not a it's like a looter shooter, but it's got a story, levels that you progress through. Yeah, visually it looks great. What do you think, Josh?
Well, it's just something you definitely need your VR legs for this game. You will absolutely fucking die.
They've got
That's
they've
what I
got
like
teleport
about
option.
it. That's yeah, but I mean, Jesus Christ, like you jump so far. Like you can double jump. You don't take fall damage. It's really, really fast. That's enough for me right there. And the graphics are good. Like it's a lot of fun to rip around and shoot
And
things.
it's co-op.
And it's co-op, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, if it was single player, I probably wouldn't be that into it. But yeah, it's just a very fun, basic arcadey looter shooter with good graphics. Like that's another thing too. Like this game was kind of not very popular at the time, but I imagine when it came out, like nobody probably could have ran this goddamn game like at high, right? So now that we have better graphics cards and stuff, I think it's fantastic. I
Yeah,
really,
I played
really
on my
enjoy it.
OG Rift, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. But playing it again now, especially co-op, yeah, I think Gunheart's pretty good actually. It's definitely a bit of a hidden gem because it was one of the early VR games that didn't really sell well. If you can play it flat as well, you can play it out of VR. But yeah, it's like it's got good progression. Like you get new weapons, you can get currency, you can use to upgrade, and I think like it's got levels that you can go through and just finish the game, and then you can kind of like grind and do different side levels and stuff as well. So if you want to just keep playing and keep upgrading, you can do that as well. But even just going through the levels, you're talking probably a good 4 hours or so, I'd say. Probably we've not finished it yet, but there's not many levels left for us to do. But yeah, I think it's good. I enjoyed it.
I think it's relatively cheap now too, if I remember correctly.
You can pick it up on a sale for like dirt cheap, like really, really cheap. It's made by Drifter, who I think they made Robo Recall Quest version, and they made Lies Beneath, which is a Oculus exclusive horror game, which is actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was a bigger dev. Yeah, and even some of the people that were involved in it were from like some big name games and stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
only
they,
full price. It's only 17.50 Canadian. So I think that's like what, £2?
yeah, it's like
$5 American.
probably
Yeah, it's cheap, right?
£12 or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Are there
like it's
are there pretty much no points in this game where there's downtime? Maybe that's my issue. It's like just
There
nonstop.
are.
There aren't.
There
Okay.
is,
not in
but
the
you
not in
just
the
like
game itself. It's in between when
no,
you're
there are
in
in the
the.
game.
Is there?
There is like platforming sections and stuff, but most of it is just combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is
Mm.
very like fast paced, intense, like almost like arena style gameplay, like old school.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, me and Josh will play it. You don't have to play it.
You
Just
don't
you
have to
can.
play it. It's fine.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again.
Mm.
And remember
Too
the
late now.
very
We've never
beginning
finished
where
it.
the weird ass menu in the beginning really I was already pissed off because I didn't
That's
understand
I think. Yeah, I just think you were in a really negative mindset that day. I think
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
pissed off about everything.
you were
Why
just
is the hood like this? Why has it got like this big hood that fills up my thing? Why am I going to do this with my hands? Why
What
am
was
I
the
going to
weird
do that?
you had to
Oh
turn
my
your
god!
controller sideways or something?
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you bring your two controllers next to each other like sideways, you get this big gun, and you can upgrade to different things. So you can have it as like a bow and arrow, chain gun, sniper rifle,
Fucking
rocket launcher.
bazooka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a cool mechanic.
Mhm.
Like you basically like combine your two guns because it's all dual wield. You're running around with And you can combine as well. That you can have a shotgun in one hand, like a machine gun in another. I've got like a mine launcher in one hand, and then I'll like jump into the air, double jump, fire directly below me to fire a mine, take out a few guys, use my machine gun, pull my controllers together, fire a rocket. You know, it's like you're constantly moving in this game and jumping around. I think the gameplay is really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's for sure. I mean, it's not like the greatest game in the world or anything, but I'd say it's a good solid like
No,
8 out of 10.
the price,
It's
and if you
fun.
play co-op,
Yeah.
it's well worth the price. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, definitely. I think you should give it another chance, Justin. You might be surprised.
I'll try it again. Let me see. What do I have next? Well, this isn't even a VR game, but do you guys? You don't need to talk about Crossfire. Do you guys want to say anything about Crossfire?
It's awesome.
It's just a new update that's now come out of early access, and it's got full manual reloading for all the people that don't want to play it without it. And the manual reloading works pretty well. Me and Josh played some more levels. Yeah, I think this game is pretty underrated. It's not the best VR game ever made, but if you're into military shooters, then it's not like you've got a massive amount of choice, especially co-op. And I think it's way better than Zero Caliber. And it's just a solid game. It's just fun. Gunplay is pretty good. Got good variety of missions. It's got loads of missions to go through. Yeah, I still recommend this game. I still think people should buy it if it's something that's on your radar. Now it's got all the features and it's out of early access. I think you should definitely consider picking it up.
Okay, so a non-VR game I was playing this month is Super Mario Wonder. So I did a video of this. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It took some of my time away from my VR gameplay. I beat
Who's
the
this
game.
loser in the corner?
I know.
Nerd.
Look at this. He's 43 years old playing a kid's game.
I bet he likes chicken.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, you even showed your face in that video?
Yeah, I'm showing my face.
Oh, you look so cute.
Yeah. Look at me with Yoshi and the Princess and Toad. I play every Mario game that comes out, every Zelda game. I bought a capture card, Elgato capture card, so I could do this. And the damn thing, the audio wouldn't work right. And then I bought an Elgato face cam. That thing froze up. There's a point in this video, like 8 minutes in, where it just freezes. So I returned both. Anyway, this game is too kiddie. It's too easy. I beat it. The final boss, it took one attempt. I don't even think I got hit. It's a Mario game. It's fun. Did you guys ever like Mario games?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I'll be honest. I've never really played much Nintendo stuff. I was a Sony kid, so I had like Sonic and stuff like that.
I was a Sega kid.
I've never really played.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a Sony, but it wasn't around when we were kids because I'm not a fucking millennial.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic. I said Sonic, not Sony.
Oh, it's Sony. Okay, my bad.
It's his accent.
So you're a Sega guy.
Sonic. Yeah,
Sega.
I was a Mega Drive. Mega Drive.
Look, you can turn into a cute elephant.
That's pretty cool.
Because even back then, I thought like Nintendo was like, yeah, that's for kids, and I was like, I want to be Sonic because he's a hedgehog and he's so much cooler.
I like Mario way more than Sonic.
Yeah, there's a better game.
Oh,
definitely better.
Yeah, they are better games. Yeah, they are. You can get emulators, though, can't you? I'm sure I've seen people play this game like on PC, so maybe I should just. I don't like doing piracy though. I really.
Yeah.
Play what game on PC? You're talking about Mario Wonder?
Some people have played this before it even came out on PC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what this does is the way they change the Mario formula is they give you these. So they give you like crazy scenarios where the whole game changes. Like right now, these piranha plants are singing and dancing and walking around, something piranha plants never normally do. All sorts of wacky shit. I don't know. Why did I put this in here?
Because you're a dork.
I know.
you for some reason we don't talk about flat games until it's Nintendo, and then you can't stop talking about them. Like Zelda. I've been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I think it's not very good because I finished it anyway.
I wanted to complain, but I forgot.
I'm gonna complain about this video. Like, there's no fan service here. Like, this is the only video I've seen of you recently that doesn't have any muscles showing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is bullshit. You should have the camera focus a little lower. Nobody wants to see your face.
Yeah, you
I need
you
to
look
have my
really
tank top on.
uninterested.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you-
You need the tank
Yeah.
top. You need the guns out. Like
Yeah.
that's
You're not
that's
smiling.
that's what people want to see.
I'm not smiling because I wasn't happy with it. So, but the one reason I do play these
Why
games
did
is because once you unlock, like, you can unlock the special world, which I don't have in this video, where the levels get much harder. So I've
Yeah.
gotten to where I've unlocked every single special world level except the final one. The final one's called the final test. But you have to get every single hidden thing in the game. You have to find, and I just don't have time for that anymore. So normally, previous Mario games, I would try to find everything, but I'm not going to do it this time. All right, I'll
Well,
stop
thanks for
wasting your
letting us
time.
know. Anyway, thanks for letting us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
about
well,
Mario.
our time is very valuable. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The first one is Demio Battles. You guys know way more about Demio than me. This comes out.
You bought the DMO, didn't you?
I bought it, but I haven't played it since I bought it. But this game is going to come out November 9th on PC and Quest. I guess it's just head to head
same
Demio.
game. It's PvP. Is it going to be free to play?
I don't know.
Yeah, Demio was pretty good co-op game. We got fed up with it after a while, but I'd play it with you if you wanted to try it out. It's kind of a bit of a game of luck where you've got cards. Each card gives you abilities and moves that you can get, and you can get chests that give you different cards and extra power-ups and stuff, and you've got to work your way to the dungeon, get the key, and escape. It's good, really good fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. So it looks like this is the same thing, but you're just fighting against somebody else rather than against AI. It looks identical, actually. So
All
yeah,
right. I guess
just one
that's
to
it.
keep an eye on.
Stride Fates. I think that also comes out November 9th. Yeah, November 9th.
Quest.
Quest only.
Yeah,
This is your
Quest,
video.
and then I just noticed that. Yeah, this obviously I played the demo for this video, and I thought it was pretty good.
Do you know if
I'm
it's
looking
gonna
forward
have
to it.
Quest 3 enhancements? Probably not.
I don't know. It looks. I played the Quest version, but on PC, which obviously had high resolution. So if it looks the same as that on the Quest 3, then it looks pretty good.
Okay. Oh, so the one you
They are
played
bringing a
is gonna
PC
look.
version
It's
out.
gonna look worse on Quest 2, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it'll be just lower resolution, probably foveated rendering or something. But I imagine the Quest 3 will be full resolution. That seems to be the main difference at the moment, just higher resolution. Some developers are going extra and putting like shadows in and stuff, but that's going to require developers to put extra work in, and I don't think most are going to do that. So,
all right, then another one coming out November 9th is the update for multiplayer for Wizards Dark Times Brotherhood. This got delayed. I think it was supposed to come out maybe last month, and then they delayed it. So this will have three-player co-op. I don't know. Would you call this a dungeon? Is this a dungeon crawler? I don't know.
It's definitely like a fantasy game. Yeah.
I think they're gonna bring. I think the co-op's like a separate thing though, isn't it? I don't think it's the main game in co-op, from what I read.
I think you read that live during the last podcast.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely play it in co-op or whatever they add, because I quite enjoyed this game actually. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's the best spellcasting game I've played, like with the way you move your hands with the gestures and stuff. Have you played this, Josh?
I was just thinking about that. I have never played this.
I beat this one, but I didn't finish the Wizards, the original.
No, I never played the original. I just played the second one, and it looks good. It plays well. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think you should definitely try it out at some point, Josh. This looks pretty cool though. The co-op stuff that they're bringing, like they're adding a lot of cool stuff.
That would be cool.
So is it a separate game, or is it an add-on for the main game?
Just update for the same game.
Is it a free update?
Yeah, free update.
Or is it? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out then.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Vertigo, another update. Vertigo 2 Bottomless update. This kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting this. So
yeah.
he's going to add mutators, which we might have already known about the mutators, but then you also now it's going to be like 3 more playable characters with totally different abilities,
Yeah.
which surprised me.
I don't think I'm going to play through the campaign again, but they're bringing out a level editor, which is going to. The level editor looks amazing. I wish more game developers would add this because you can literally make you can make your own custom levels in VR, where you can import stuff from the main campaign, enemies and stuff, place them manually with your hands, and then jump straight into the level and test it, like as if you're playing the game, and then jump back out, tweak things. It looks incredible what is done. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this gets a bit of traction and we get to see loads of cool levels being made by the community, because that could add so much more content to the game. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out for the custom levels, but I don't think I'll personally play through the main game again.
Yeah, I might. I'm not sure. Well, you technically you didn't play through the main game. Technically.
It's the final boss. That's pretty much 99.9%.
Yeah. You got farther than I'm sure the vast majority of people did.
It's a tough game. I mean, it's definitely
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah,
Oh, here's
the thing is
here's
that
a
one of
level
the
editor.
yeah, that's what I mean. You can look at that. That's so cool.
Hmm.
You just grab stuff, put it out, mold and sculpt the world. It looks. This is how I wish they could. I wish Unreal Engine made something like this, where you can make games in Unreal Engine like this, where you just grab stuff and move it with your hand and place it in VR, because it'd be so much easier than how it is doing it on a 2D window with a mouse and keyboard and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out some of the levels and stuff, because the gameplay loop's pretty satisfying in this. The gun controls and everything really good. Yeah, if someone hasn't played Vertigo 2 already, then you need to get it. It's really good fun.
All right. Assassin's Creed
Oh,
Nexus.
Josh, you've not played Vertigo 2.
No,
Oh my god.
I know.
What the
I was
fuck are you doing, bro?
I was really excited about it. Just when it came out, I was really busy and a lot of shit going on, and then I just keep forgetting about it.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got so
I
many
know.
games to play.
Yeah, I do. I know. It sucks.
Well, when the update comes, you should definitely check it
That
out.
comes out November 10th. The Vertigo 2 bottomless
Yeah.
update.
Nice. That's a good excuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Really good game.
Oh, I love the first one. So.
Did you
It's
play the
fantastic.
original one or the remastered one?
Remastered. I never played
Okay.
the original.
Yeah, the remastered's better, but the original's good too. All right, Assassin's Creed Nexus comes out November 15th. I assume I'll get it, unless the reviews are horrible, but I've heard mostly good things.
Yeah, the previews have been really positive, actually. Like IGN and stuff have played it and said it's really good. So I'm fairly positive. I was kind of skeptical about this, but I'm fairly positive after seeing a lot of people play it and say some YouTubers have said that it looks quite blurry in the headset, even on a Quest 3.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe they can patch it and increase the resolution a bit. This is one that I definitely won't buy for the Quest 2 though, because I just know it's going to look like shit on the Quest 2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait until I get a Quest 3 at some point to play it. But yeah, if I had a Quest 3, I would definitely be interested, unless they bring it out on PSVR 2 in the future or something. Because I think they did an interview with someone about exclusivity, and they basically did the usual thing where they were like, we cannot confirm, any other platforms at present, but they didn't say it's definitely exclusive. So I'm hopeful that maybe they will bring it out for PSVR 2 or even PC, because that would unleash, the full potential of this game, because it looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, every other Ubisoft game is on all the platforms, isn't it? Seems
Yeah.
like it.
Ubisoft are one of the few AAA developers that did a lot of VR stuff in the
Like
early days.
Eagle
So
Flight, was that maybe their first one?
Eagle Flight, Star Trek one. There was a couple of others. Yeah, they've done quite a bit.
What was that horror one?
Werewolves Within or something, was it?
No. Shit. It was kind of trippy. That was Ubisoft, wasn't it?
Oh, Transference.
Transference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was really. I loved that game.
Yeah, so they've got a track record of actually supporting VR. So yeah, I would like to see. Hopefully, they do bring it to PC as well. So I'm definitely not going to rush out and buy it, but I think it looks great. I think if you've got a Quest 3, then it's probably something you might want to pick up.
All right, here's another Quest 3 exclusive that just got announced recently. Sniper Elite VR Winter Warrior. This is going to be $15. So maybe it'll be short since it's priced that way.
I didn't really like the first game, the VR Sniper Elite game.
You know what annoyed me the most was my index controllers. I kept accidentally grabbing shit I didn't want to grab with my index controllers. That's one thing I'm happy about with the Quest 2 is that there's an actual grip button. They're not Quest 2, Quest 3. Quest 3.
Maybe you need to revisit it with. But you finished it though, didn't you?
Yeah, I finished Sniper Elite VR. Yeah.
Yeah, I never finished it. I tried 3 times. They kept updating it with the controls and stuff and improving stuff, but I just found the controls clunky. The levels were too linear. Like the big thing about the flat games is they're like big open areas, like sandboxy areas, and you can take on like the game from different perspectives, move around more. Whereas this is like you were really on a narrow path for most of the levels. So
I can't even remember the game, like at all. Like I remember
remember
barely.
it, but yeah.
And it mixes in with Medal of Honor. Like I can't distinguish the two. I don't know because it's almost the same.
It felt like you could just go. It felt like you could just go through it without even sniping as well. Like you didn't. Like there were some sections you needed to snipe, but most of the time you could just get a machine gun and just kill people. Like it didn't feel like a Sniper Elite game to me compared to the flat games.
All right, so when did I say when that's coming out? I don't think I did. That's November 30th, and another November 30th. Yeah, another November 30th release also on Quest only for now, for temporarily, is Stranger Things VR. Maybe I'll wait for PC. This does say captured on PC. Just at the bottom, it just said that.
Well, they've always said on all major platforms, so they've never said Quest only, so it will come to PC. Yeah, I'll definitely wait for that. But yeah, this looks pretty cool as well. We've talked about it before, I think. But yeah, you get to play as Vecna, which is the bad guy, so you gotta have like superpowers and shit. Pretty cool.
Yeah, then Arashi Castles of Sin Final Cut, that comes out December 5th. Let me get that trailer going. No,
have we seen any gameplay of that yet?
Yeah, this might have gameplay.
Is this the gameplay? Because I know they did an initial like cinematic trailer.
I don't know.
I think
We'll
this could be
see.
gameplay, actually, yeah.
This already came out for PSVR. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it was
how long
PSVR
ago.
1, and then they've kind of like done like a remastered version of it for PSVR 2, PC. I think it's coming to Quest as well, actually. But yeah, this is cool, like a samurai game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is going to be good.
Yeah.
It looks all right.
I saw some preview for it where they said there's something about the controls they didn't like, and they're saying they hope that they fix it before release, but I don't remember what the issue was.
No, I've not really read much about this game, so it could be a mystery. But that's coming this month, you say? 30th?
December 5th. That's December 5th.
Oh, December. Oh,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, we've got a lot coming out, actually. We've had a lot over this last month, but some of it we haven't really played. A lot of it's stuff PSVR, and like the Ghostbusters game came out, which is getting a bit shitty reviews, and
yeah, I haven't tried that. I have no interest.
Yeah, it looks pretty lame.
Arizona Sunshine 2 is coming out December 7th. Let me see there. So this is like sort of like a gameplay trailer that they let only certain YouTubers to show. I'm not sure why they've been so secretive with this stuff. And like, oh, did it just freeze? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like up until now, they were only showing still images, so it makes me a little bit.
I think they were just building the hype. Yeah, this looks really good. It looks way like a big step up over first game, and we already know that Vertigo games are pretty good now. After the Fall is pretty good. Like mechanically, it's good. Looks good. The Seventh Guest just came out, which is good. So I've got pretty high hopes that this is going to be decent.
I haven't
And
played
they have
Arizona Sunshine 1 in a long time, but like when I look at this, I don't think it looks way better. But maybe I just
oh,
don't
dude.
remember the original.
Yeah, the first game looks like shit now compared to the modern stuff.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to play them back to back and then be like, oh yeah, this is a big difference.
Let's play it.
Yeah,
I'll
it
play
was
it with you in co-op because I want to see guys walk in co-op again because that was fucking awesome.
All right.
Fucking laughed so hard. That was so awesome. It was a good game too, though.
Yeah. It was for the time. It was, yeah. It's
Mhm.
dated now, but when it first came out, it was like one of the first proper single-player struck co-op campaigns where the story and stuff. So yeah, it was really good fun. But yeah, the sequel looks massively improved, I
Yeah,
think.
it looks really good from what I'm
Maybe it's
seeing here.
because the environment and the color kind of is so reminiscent of the original.
Yeah, but like this, you can see like the grass and stuff and
Mm.
the textures. Everything looks way
Yeah.
better. Like the zombies look more detailed. Yeah, this could be one of the best games of the year, to be honest with you. So
It looks really
I'm really
good.
looking forward to it. Yeah, and they revealed at the end of the trailer that it's got co-op, but they've not said. I don't know if it's going to be the full campaign or if it's going to be a horde mode. I don't know. They've not really said much like what the co-op is. 'Cause that's one of the main things that I'm looking forward to with this, like playing it co-op. Because I played the first game on my own, so I'd love to play the second one co-op.
Yeah.
I played it co-op with my daughter, and we had a great time with it. It was really, really funny and good. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of laughing and it was a solid shooter as well.
If
Yeah.
you can sick the dog on zombies over and over, maybe
That's pretty cool.
maybe it takes a long time. But I was just like, why couldn't you just keep doing that? But yeah, maybe the dog. I don't know. Maybe it
Yeah, the
takes
dog.
like 2 minutes for him to stop eating the
There'll be like
zombie.
a
I don't know.
there'll be like a cooldown thing with him.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
and
yeah, this looks
did you
pretty
see
cool.
him get in the shopping cart? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks so cool.
Yeah, this looks
It looks
awesome.
great. I
It's a
think
little bit.
this is my most anticipated game.
Maybe it's a little bit too bright. It's like a little bit too washed out.
It's the freaking
But
desert, dude.
it
It's
is
like
Arizona.
Arizona,
Yeah.
bro. The
Yeah.
problem, sure, there was dark spots in the first game too, like when they went in the mines and all that shit.
Yeah, like the mine.
Yeah, and he had the fucking flashlight and stuff. That was dark as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of spooky.
That was a great game. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, we should play that again.
Yeah.
Fuck
All right,
yeah.
Bulletstorm VR comes out December 14th.
I'm pumped for that.
That's all platforms,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
PC.
I really liked that game.
I've never played it.
Yeah, we've got some great games coming over these.
The only thing that sucked about this game was you couldn't fucking jump. You just did slides instead. But other than that, this game was fucking awesome. It's hilarious too. It's really crude humor, lots of F-bombs and shit. It's great. It's good stuff. You'll like it.
All right.
Yeah,
And
the guy's like a real he's like a real anti-hero. He's like a badass, hungover, foul-mouthed, ball-scratching fucking guy. It's good.
Okay. Then December 15th is Asgard's Wrath 2, which if you get a Quest 3, you'll get free.
Yep.
Do you have to sign up for that?
No, I think it gets added to your account.
I got an email saying redeem Asgard's Wrath. I got 2 emails because I bought my dad a Quest 3. But yeah.
I should look into that.
Yeah. Or
Anyway.
if you go onto your Oculus app, like I assume you have that app on your phone. I'm sure if you go to Asgard's Wrath 2, you just gotta like hit get. There'll be a get button. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I seen that there was something I had to do, and then I got something. I was busy. You just reminded me of it. Sorry. I was like, fuck.
Okay.
To make sure I get that. But I'd actually never beat the first one. I only played like a little bit of the first one.
That's another game the vast majority of people have not beaten.
Yeah, it's a long game.
It takes a lot of patience.
Well, this doesn't look bad, eh? I never even looked at any of the trailers until now.
Huh.
You can ride animals and shit in it?
Yeah, you can ride them.
That's cool.
Yeah, previews of this have come out and people saying it's good as well. So we've got some really good games coming out this next couple of months. Like there's a few bangers there.
Yeah, what's going on? They're not even mods.
I think. Yeah, some actual VR games.
That's crazy.
There'll be too many, so I'm part of me hopes some get delayed because there's too many coming out at the same time.
Right? I have trouble keeping up now, and we hardly have any.
Yeah, you've got like loads to catch up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit my job. I need to get. I need COVID to happen again. I've played lots of VR during COVID. That was great.
Yeah. I don't think we need COVID's happening again.
No, probably not. But I just hate working.
Is your job? There's no way for you to work from home, right? Don't you have? Would you have to go in no matter what?
Yeah, because I'm a blue collar guy.
manual
So
work.
yeah, we didn't get fucking COVID. The only reason I had COVID off because there was no work at all. So
Oh Jesus.
yeah, I just sat on fucking EI for over a year. It was crazy. So I think VR's only gonna get me sane. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, but definitely got lots of playtime in.
All right. Anything I didn't put in this? Like, is some other? I'm sure there are other games that, there are plenty of like smaller games, but I only put ones that I cared about.
There's so much there, though. I mean, that's a lot to look forward to. Even the movement stuff looks good in the update. The combat, the main thing with Asgard's Wrath of the combat was so repetitive. But it looks like they've added a lot of different things with the combat now. Like I think genuinely it's looking pretty impressive actually. And if it's got like a Quest 3 updates and looks better on Quest 3, then yeah, it could be good. You'll have to let me know when you play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't very pumped about it because I just assumed it was going to look like shit. But now that I've played Dungeons of Eternity, it's not that bad actually. So it might not be. It might be good. Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. Got to talk about fucking each other and stuff. It's cool.
As usual.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Always a good thing. All right.
Are you end this?
I have no idea.
We'll just linger around forever.
Oh, we're just gonna sit here and fucking silence. Are you gonna fucking?
You know what you should do?
You got to do the outro because you're the stripper. Okay. You're the stripper guy.
I was gonna say because we should plug the Discord
strip club guy.
Yeah, I gotta get in the strip club mode. All right, guys, thanks for joining us here at the VR. What the fuck is it called?
VR Gaming
Podcast. It's a pretty original name. The VR Gaming Podcast. Make sure you check out Alex's YouTube channel, Virtual Insider, and Justin's main fan at YouTube. Also, we have a wonderful Discord that we're frequent on Virtual Insider, so please come join that as well. And you guys have a Discord for this too, do you not? That's probably the two people that watch this, so they already know that.
VR Gaming Podcast, the Discord then it's probably a link in the YouTube.
Yeah, video. Go to that because no one fucking talks in there. So go in that and
say some shit.
Complete silence.
I joined it and I said one thing like 3 months ago. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think I've left it to be honest. Anyway,
you can't fucking leave it, dude. Jesus Christ!
I can't.
Holy fuck!
I'll do what the fuck I want. If I don't want to be in it, I don't want to be in it.
There is no I in team, but there is a U in cunt. And Alex is definitely a cunt. All right. Anyways, and on that bombshell, y'all keep warm, have fun playing VR, and always, we love you. There, I don't know.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Love you guys. We're saying goodbye to each other. We're saying goodbye to the viewers.
I don't know.
We're both.